Hi guys and gals, Jean here with some more Mars anomalies and some space news, piles of wreckage, structures and debris north of Kuiper on Mars. Before we get to the main topic, I want to quickly do an update on the asteroid Bennu. I was able to zoom in on this anomaly that my friend Marsform Barnsley brought to my attention. I struggled to get some detail out of it, but I found a method to get the animation to zoom in nicely on the artifact, and I've repeated the frame so that you can see the geometry and shape of this object, which is about 30 meters long by about 10 meters wide. So here it is zoomed up. This is the best resolution that I can produce with the current images available. So check that out. It looks like there's a structure underneath with what looks like a roof on top, and a strange knob or feature there in the center. There's the smaller piece, and then you can see this rectangular slab or metal plate, possibly some type of structure. So check that out. Alright, so we're analyzing this high-rise photograph in this video. Sample terrain is what it's called, and I'll include the link below. Photograph was acquired on the 31st of July 2009 at 25 centimeters per pixel, and as usual I'm showing you images cropped from a JP2 black and white map projected file. Here's the crop from the low-res JPEG. Lots of dust devil activity in this terrain, and the anomalies we're looking at are these small dots scattered throughout the image. So prepare to be blown away. These are awesome anomalies. They're located at 58.70 degrees south, 203.48 degrees east. So there's Kuiper right there to the north, and this area we're analyzing is over here. So there it is right there. This is an incredible find. It's about 6 meters wide, and it looks like a container, a rectangular container with an opening over here and something sticking out of the opening, and you can see straight edges on this thing. It looks like metal plate, which is also slightly bent. And what could this be? Like a container or some type of structure. First one I've come across that looks like that. And then this structure over here measures about 6 meters by 6 meters, and what we've got is this rectangular piece with an oval opening, and then there's a larger part to it. Here we can see the base structure, and there's some perfect geometry and symmetry in this design. So it looks like some type of arc, and these artifacts have been arranged in the circular pattern, and could this be an arch? So check out that. You could even say this is a sort of partial circle, like a type of Stonehenge perhaps. So is there some spiritual or cultural significance in that design? Some wreckage over here. It is about 15 meters across. Got another one of these disc-shaped objects with a V cutting to the side, and then either this is part of it, or this is another piece lying on top. But check out the strange structure here. Got a straight side here, and it looks as if that might be an opening, and this rounded piece. this strange part to it is sticking out of the opening there. Even this looks odd, looks like some type of disc. Maybe that's a fossilized shell like we discussed in a previous video. Here's another one of these weird craft, perhaps, I speculate it might be. It's about 8 meters in diameter, and what is really strange about it is this perfect sphere or ball next to it. It looks as if it might be joined to this larger piece, and then there is what looks like a donut shaped part to it on the top, and it's definitely raised above the surface. Anti-gravity, if it's not attached there. So pure speculation. Another pile of wreckage over here, even down here. So let's check these out. Let's get a reference here. This delta shape over there to the right is about 15 meters across. So this is 15 meters across. Looks like metal plate. Check how that's been bent down there. Could this be metal as well? And then there's like a U-shaped part on the top of this, which is convex, sort of like a cylinder perhaps. There's another small U part there. Another rectangular piece over here with a straight edge. And then this looks like it's part of the same object. Got multiple twists and bends over here, roundings. And this looks like another one of those small vents. Even here we've got another one of these strange disc shapes. And this part over here's got a hole in it, right there. In this square megalithic type block over here. Very rectangular with straight edges and right angles in it. And then the small square hole there on the one side. Another one of these perhaps fossilized shells. This one's about 6 meters across. Very smooth, sort of convex in shape. Nice rounded edge to it. And there's another one of these. This one's a little bigger. This one's about 12 meters across. Perhaps this is a piece of metal plate. Isn't as convex, pardon me, as the previous one. And looks as if it's might be an opening over here. Is this a type of a structure? Underground entranceway. Another one of these. Check that out there. Got a rectangular slab and a larger or brighter piece on the top. So we'll check that out now. Here's that, what looks like another fossilized shell perhaps, which is about 10 meters across, a rounded edge as well. Also raised off the surface. Very similar to those that I showed you in my previous video. This is from my previous video. Yes, so check out that similarity. It's identical in size and almost identical in shape. So we're zooming in on these anomalies, which looks like a combination of wreckage and megalithic debris. There's a sort of triangular block over here with a knob in the center. The smaller piece here has got 3 sort of pieces sticking out like a fork shape, and there's another what looks like a disc with a knob right there in the center. Next to it, a rectangular, looks like a megalithic slab, a small dome-like feature or knob in the center. And these two objects here look like metal plate that have been bent. And then this looks like there's a round hole underneath it, and it has a round edge to it as well. Check that out, almost like a well. And these pieces seem to be underneath, sticking out underneath this larger bright piece here, which looks like a type of a shelter or roof. And yeah, another one of these weird, strange parts. This is about 7 meters long by about 4 meters wide. It's straight sides, and then this slot in the one side there. So could this be wreckage, debris, a structure? And this strange anomaly, don't quite know what to make of this. It could be natural. This is about 20 meters across. So let's zoom in on it. And it's also partially raised off the Martian surface on this side here. It's got 2 holes next to one another there. And then some strange symbols in this area here. So it looks like a T shape. It just looks out of place to me. Check out the rounded pieces sticking off this. Doesn't look like a typical boulder or rock. And yeah, we've got straight edges and a right angle. Now we got looks like a little ball or sphere inside this rounded like cone. Really strange. Another one of these what looks like either a disc or like a delta type of object. Also very narrow pieces over here, which don't make sense over here as well, bottom left. So let's zoom in on this object. It's also a very narrow piece there, looks rectangular. So this is about 12 meters across, and we've got a rounded front piece and a rounded back end here, and then a little pyramidal feature there in the center. So is this possibly wreckage or some type of structure as well? It's definitely lifted off the Martian surface on this side. If you look at the shadow, which doesn't extend all the way to this corner, it definitely looks as if it's raised. And then this pile of what looks like megalithic debris there. And these blocks are about 8 by 8 meters. Another plectrum shaped object here. Some perfect geometry and symmetry to this piece. Another piece that looks like a piece of bent metal. Perhaps that is as well. And this over here. This is about 15 meters across, with a rounded part to it, yeah. And then this also looks like it could be metallic plate or sheet, and these two equally sized and shaped parts on the top, almost in the center. And then over here looks like an opening with a small rectangular piece sticking out. So let's go to Mars at the click of a button, and to the area where I found these. So there's Kuiper crater there, and the anomalies we checked out are in this high-rise photograph. Sample terrain, and here's a look at some of those anomalies we just covered. This here's the best, and this here too. Very, very weird. Okay, so let's quickly check out some of the other anomalies around this area. So these are some of those anomalies I discovered there in that area. Check that out. Looks like a flying saucer. There's another one that looks like a flying saucer. These blocks with holes in the center. This one's got 3 equally sized and spaced knobs on it. Perfect triangle there. Check out that piece. Lots of anomalies here. Check out these square objects. Check out that piece. Little sphere or dome there in the center. It's like a moon, eclipsed moon shape. Another block. Check this out, another disc. There's another sphere or ball on that one. Okay, quickly hop over here. This is where I found these huge megalithic blocks. Check at the straight edges, right angles over here. It's of this is from the CTX, the context camera on the MRO, and this is from the high-rise camera on the MRO. It's that area there. So check that out. Huge megalithic slabs. And this is also where the ESA discovered water underground. And this is where I found some of these strange pyramidal features. This is an illustration I did of those objects. Check out that, another hexagon shaped object there. Some more strangeness going on in that piece. So let's look at some of the topography in this area. Load the CTX and go up to a nice elevation. So this is in a circular depression here in this area. I think that's it for the video. I hope you found it informative and interesting. And I'll be back soon with more. And for now, I'm spent. I hope you enjoyed it.